Hi guys, I'm Farmer Nick and we are out here at Denver Green School Northfield today. And in today's lesson, we're going to be exploring how to spray for pests using the most safe way possible. And so while there are many different types of controls for insects, sometimes we're left with no decision but to use some sort of pesticide to help kill back the pests. And so while you should be considering things like biological controls, such as bringing in beneficial insects to your garden, cultural controls like rotating your crops and doing light tilling to help control for insects that may have overwintered, or even mechanical controls such as barriers, like some of the row cover that we've already laid down. Despite all of those things, sometimes pests still come, and that's actually what we found this year. And so I have been looking around at all of our crops that we've planted, and I've been noticing a lot of small little holes caused by this little black flea beetle that's primarily attacking a lot of the kind of new growth that we're seeing from the seeds that we planted in the ground, not so much the transplants. And so what I've been noticing is that those fleas are making significant damage to the plants by making these small irregular holes on things like radishes and spinach and other kind of leafy greens that we have. And so what we have here is a very simple method for controlling insects, harmful insects. And we have some Dr. Bronner's organic soap and just a spray bottle. And I'm going to put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of soap into the bottle and fill it up with water. And the reason we are using soap that's organic is that it's not incredibly damaging to the plant, and it's organic, so it will break down eventually. And so if you use soap, it is it falls under the category of chemical control, but it does help in a lot of ways, and it is shown that it doesn't necessarily harm beneficial insects. And so this is actually a pretty good alternative to using more degrading pesticides. And so once we've exhausted our biological, cultural, and mechanical controls, this is actually a pretty good option. And so I'm going to go around to our leafy greens and identify spots where I've seen some dieback, and just spray gently on the plants. All right, so this is some of the damage that I've been referring to. And if we take a closer look here, you can actually see the black bugs crawling around. And they're called flea bugs because when you actually try to touch them, they will jump off. And so this soap application, it will actually kill them by destroying their kind of waxy outer coats. So I'm going to take my spray bottle here and give it a few sprays to make sure that I got the entire plant covered. So I just finished spraying, and it should be noted that while you want to use as many methods as possible to deter insect pressure altogether, if your plants do happen to survive this early attack in its early stages of growth, it's likely that your plant will probably be okay. So if you can get on top of it early, that's going to be super important. And so the holes that the bugs make are not entirely the problem itself. It's really what fungal or bacterial pathogen can enter the plant system once those holes have been made. And obviously you think about your biological, cultural, and mechanical controls before you resort to using soapy water as a way to kill back pests. So I hope you guys appreciated this lesson, and please tune in for our next video. Thanks, guys.